Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you all for joining us here tonight on this beautiful Tuesday evening. My name is Jeremy, your host, along with my beautiful, lovely wife, Sarah. Actually, she's the host. I'm the co-host, right? Anyways, we're just going to talk about tonight about something we found and something that's been benefiting us for the last 2.5 years. And it's going to be 3 years here in September, and we're just so fired up and excited about it. And we just want to share it with as many people as we possibly can. And what are we sharing about tonight, dear?
Well, here's a little bit about our story. So, we live in upstate New York. We are near Syracuse, and we have been traveling with our children ever since they were very young. Now they're teenagers. I got to create those precious moments and memories, right? Now they're going to last a lifetime. And had we known then what we know now, we would have saved thousands of dollars over the years.
Ten thousand.
Easily. We've driven, we like to drive, and the kids are used to it. So we've driven from upstate New York to Las Vegas probably a dozen times, from upstate New York to Washington State, from upstate New York to Florida many, many, many times. We've been on cruises as a family. So our family, our kids, we've seen and they have seen the United States. So that's a little bit about our story. You guys are going to learn about the big travel secret tonight as well. And back in 2020, our friend, mentor, business partner, Cynthia, reached out to Jeremy. And she said, Jeremy, you and your family love to travel. We do. She was right. And she said, I found a company where when you travel, you're going to be able to save. And there's so many other different savings and discounts associated with that, as well as an income opportunity. And at that point in time, it just wasn't God's timing in our life. And then fast forward to July of 2022, Cynthia reached out to Jeremy again. You want to share your side?
Yeah, a friend of ours, Cynthia, she reached out to us. We've been in business with her for, well, we've known her since probably like 2015, 2016, so almost 10 years. And she's like, hey, we were all in a company together before, and we were in another company at the time, and it was kind of going sideways with that company, kind of going downhill. So we were all actually scrambling looking for something else to replace what we knew was coming to an end. And what we found was this. She shared this with me back in 2020, and I didn't look at it seriously enough. And because we just weren't thinking straight, we just weren't open at the time.
Well, he didn't tell me about it. And then fast forward to July of 2022, he reached out, or Cynthia reaches out to Jeremy again, and she said, I think this could be a great way for you guys to be able to travel, save, make
Mhm.
money. And we were looking for a plan B at that time. So Jeremy's like, you know what? I'm going to talk to Sarah. I'm going to wait until Monday when we get paid.
Well, I didn't say I was going to talk to you. I just signed right up
No,
September 11th.
you
Um,
told her to talk to me.
oh, did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, anyways, he
I
jumped
never
right
talked to
in.
her. I signed up September 11th,
He didn't tell me about it.
2022, and month later, month rolls around later. And I noticed the membership fee came out. And I'm like, oh, I completely forgot that I had joined that. And so then I'm like, I better tell my wife about it. So then I told Sarah about it. So Sarah asked me, she's like, well, what? Why? I don't want to be a travel or a travel agent, which you don't have to be. And she had the misconceptions because natural natural law, basically you get defensive about everything and anything instead of being open to it as a human. So that's how she was. So she reached out to Cynthia. And what did you ask Cynthia?
I said, "What's so special about Travorium?" I said, "There's all these travel companies in the world. What sets Travorium apart?" She said, "Sarah, you're missing the point." She said, "The travel is just the icing on the cake. It's the daily pay, the passive residual income that's so powerful." And she said, "Watch my video." So it's just like what you guys are going to see tonight. I saw the big picture. I saw the vision of what Jeremy saw, what Cynthia saw. At that point in time, when she reached out to him, she's like, I shared with 3 people. They shared with a couple of people. My membership has been covered every single month. She said, I've been traveling all over, basically like a rock star for pennies on the dollar. And at that point, she had made $8,000. And she's like, what would happen if I started sharing this secret? Because people were wondering how she was doing it. We're like, is she rich? Like she's at all these 4 and 5 star gorgeous destinations. Like, how was she doing it? So that's a little bit about our story. You're going to learn more also too tonight how we as a family have been able to stay in 4 and 5 star destinations. We've been able to go to places 8 days and 7 nights for as little as $98 for the week. And when you have money left, or when you're only paying $98 for the week, you have money left over, right, to be able to have fun with your family, with your friends, and to eat out at restaurants, especially if you're a foodie, and just have fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just so much more than travel too. So we're going to get into that here right now, I think. If I can find
Start.
the right button. There it is. And I am not a professional computer user, so bear with me.
Work in progress.
There we go.
So this is Travorium. We're talking about Travorium tonight. Travorium is a 13-year-old debt-free global company, open in 109 countries already, projected to do 80 million in sales this year. So this is where you can travel more, travel better, travel for less, and if you choose to, you can even earn additional income, daily pay, plus bonuses in the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Our founder, David Hart, he was the runner-up for Inc. Magazine CEO of the Year in 2013. And I forget who was it that beat him out. It was the big owner. I can't think of it. You can't remember? I can't remember
It
either.
doesn't matter.
It was. I think it was.
History.
I don't know if it was like a Jeff Bezos type person that beat him out. So that's how. That's pretty remarkable. It wasn't Bezos, but it was somebody else in that caliber. But anyways, guys, company is we've grown to 34,000 new customers in 2024. That slide's a little understating what the company actually did.
It's an old slide.
It is an old slide, but yeah, and the company was founded in March of 2013, so we just are approaching our how many years in business? That we're in our 13th year of business. Just started here back in March, so it's pretty exciting. It's a legacy company. We're actually in 109 countries currently, on 6 different continents.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So how many continents are there? 7. So we're on all but Antarctica. So you can imagine why. Um, but the company's done millions and millions in sales over the last few years and growing. The company is doubling in size every 8 months. So we're just all in the right place at the right time with the right people, and we're just excited about that. We do have 3 corporate offices: one in Temecula, California, one in Madrid, Spain, and one in Kazakhstan.
Yes, and David Hart and Adela, they're natural born entrepreneurs and they have the most amazing heart for people.
hmm
Definitely blessed. So many of you are familiar with Warren Buffett. He says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that he's talking about residual income. So when you go to bed, you wake up, you get paid daily, every single day, even when you're on vacation, even on Christmas.
Yeah, and the kids in these generations, they're realizing that Social Security is not going to be there for them when they retire, so they're looking for a better way. Even the 20 and 30-year-olds are realizing it's probably not going to be there for them. So So what we have is this to offer that community and ourselves and anybody from
All
from
ages,
from 18 years old all the way up to we have 70-year-olds doing this
80
business,
years.
80 years old people doing this business, and they're traveling and they're loving it. So and Bloomberg says that travel it's currently a $10 trillion industry and it's estimated to grow to 15.5 trillion in just 9 years. So we're in the right place at the right time and we're building dreams with people. So we're able to we open this business, um, partnered up with Travorium, and we're able to travel to dream destinations, 4 and 5 star destinations at 2 and 3 star prices. So it's pretty exciting. Um, it's as easy to do and share as just sharing your favorite movie, sharing your favorite restaurant, something fun you like to do. It's all word of mouth advertising, so the company pays us instead of the TV advertisers. Um, and with what we have here, it's a home based business, so you can do it from the luxury of your home, not having to travel to work every day, not having to spend the gas money, and you can do it from the luxury of your couch, or even if you're traveling, you can do it on the road. So it's pretty fun.
Right. We're helping people have time and financial freedom. And a little bit about us. Jeremy was an RV salesman. I have been in the health and wellness space. I was a CNA, home health aide. And when our kids were younger, I was basically working to pay the babysitter. So we're helping people to find that time and financial freedom in their life, and they're working this in the nooks and crannies.
Yeah, and Sarah had a traumatic brain injury, a TBI, back in 2011, which when she was at work, which caused her to find something else outside of, something that she could do inside the home, as she wasn't able to work outside the home at the time. And she found this amazing home-based business industry, and then we stumbled upon Travorium, like I said, a few years ago, and it's just been pretty amazing because she retired me back in 2018, and we've just been fortunate and blessed to be able to spend time with our two children as they grow up. Right now, our son's 17 and our daughter's 15, and just be at home with them, through those early years.
Right. I've been driven since 2011. So I've done home-based businesses ever since, and this is the one that's going to be legacy. It's going to create legacy for our family and future generations. So let's talk about Trevorium. Like, okay, this all sounds great. What do you offer? So we have resorts, like Jeremy mentioned, over 2 million destinations worldwide. We have access to cruises, over 44 cruise lines. We have access to free concierge as well as car rentals, theme parks, tours, activities, excursions, experiences in the US and all over the world, as
Lowest
well
prices
as
I've ever seen.
entertainment.
Lowest price I've ever seen to go to Disney for sure on for what we have to
Right. And
offer.
Jeremy had mentioned in the beginning, I thought that we'd have to be travel agents. We're not travel agents, but we have travel agents that are joining, and they're boosting and supplementing their income in between their client bookings with Travorium, with daily pay. And we're not a timeshare company. There's no commitments, there's no contracts with that. We've been there, we've done that. We got the t-shirt, we got the Disney bag twice, learned our lesson with that. So yeah, it's just a blessing. But we're being able to stay at those places, like Jeremy mentioned, for budget motel prices.
Yeah, we paid thousands of dollars to get into timeshares and thousands of dollars to get out of them. And now we're able to basically stay at most pretty much any timeshare location across the globe, for minimal pricing compared to what we were paying prior, especially in those maintenance fees. I don't know if you're familiar with timeshares or not, but those maintenance fees, they can charge you more. They'll charge you more in a year than what this membership costs you.
Right, and there's no blackout dates. We have access to concert tickets, shows, professional sports tickets, movie theater tickets, dining, shopping, groceries, and so much more.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just teamed up with, we got VRBO access as well, so homes and everything else.
We also offer 110% guarantee. So if you find a better deal on any of the major online booking sites, Travorium is not only going to match that price, but they're also going to give you 10% back in loyalty credits that can be used towards future stays. And you can utilize these credits towards flights, cruises, hotels, resorts all over the world, as well as various other things.
Yeah, so it's as simple as if you find a booking rate. So say you use one of the third party booking sites, and you find a lower rate than what Travorium offers. Travorium's going to match that rate plus give you back um, credits, dollar for dollar credits up to 10% more than what the lower rate was that you found, so that you can use at a later date for future travel reservations. It's pretty outstanding. They also offer a free link that you can share with others as well, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
So let's talk about Travorium. What are the benefits? So we have a travel membership. We live in a membership-based society, right? There's a membership for pretty much everything underneath the sun. You're probably thinking about those things right now. So this is a membership subscription. And platinum members, Jeremy and I are both platinum members. You can enroll your spouse as well as your adult children into your business. Platinum members will receive approximately 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. And again, these are going to be the best of the best, luxury for less, 4 and 5 star destinations at 1 and 2 star prices, or even less than that. You can also earn travel points with your membership. So every month you have points that are accumulating where you can buy down these places, some as little as $0. So you're collecting travel points, and We also have access to other various portals where you can get savings and discounts 24/7, 365 days a year. You can book at the travel agent rate, save up to 60% off or more. You can get better than the third party booking sites. And we're going to talk to you about the big travel secret in just a minute. It's also potentially a business opportunity. So we have two programs that you can choose from. You can choose to be a customer, simply save, travel the United States and world, get all the incredible savings and discounts, or you can become a partner like we are, and you have access to um, basically where you can utilize our customer referral program, where when you share with at least three people and they purchase the same membership that you do or higher, then your membership is covered every month and therefore your points cost you nothing. So you can earn money 24/7 from anywhere in the world and earn residual income.
Yes, and how it works is ultimately we have a travel membership. So travel membership, we pay a monthly fee. That monthly fee in turn gives us travel points every single month. And what we do is we use those travel points to buy down the price of vacations.
Right. And as a partner, we also write off our monthly membership as well as any trips and travel that we take.
Yes, that is the one big benefit of having a home-based business is being able to utilize the tax savings that comes along with having a home-based business, which you cannot do if you're a, a, a regular 1040 um, employee.
So let's talk about our travel sites. So we actually have two that you will receive. So again, we get better than travel agent rates, better than those major online booking sites at over 2 million destinations worldwide. And they're on these sites. You also earn loyalty credits that can be used towards future stays. Does Expedia, does Priceline, do those third-party booking sites, do they give you loyalty credits to use towards future stays? Travorium does. So we have access to hotels, activities, cruises, flights, rental cars, and entertainment, and so much more.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the big travel secret here in a second. So, guys, the big travel secret, I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but Priceline and Expedia, those are the big two that own 95% of all the third party booking sites. So, Priceline, that's actually Bookings Holdings. And so, those two guys, they own it all. So, they're kind of sitting back laughing when you're trying to hop from site to site to try to find the best price because, I mean, they've got you. So, how it works is the big travel secret is that they own it all, so they can put up whatever price they want. Why is Travorium different than them? We're not. We get the same prices that they do. The only difference is that we're able to offer it at our price, at Travorium's price to the consumer, versus where they have to mark it up more in order to pay, in order to profit, to pay for their television advertising and advertising that they do all over the globe. So take a look here at this one location. Expedia's price, and this, guys, this is the same time, same room, same amenities. It's $4,400 on Expedia. Travorium's price for the same unit is $2,300. And this is for how many nights? I can't see that far.
9 nights.
This is for 9 nights in Miami Beach for $2,300. That's a great deal. That's $2,100 in savings using Travorium versus Expedia for this location.
Yeah, that's over a year's membership savings just in one hotel stay.
Yeah, and we talked about that membership. We have something called Ripple Rewards, where if you send out your link to friends and family and they use the link, they're going to be able to save half as much as you're able to save as a membership. So it's really important to actually have the membership versus the free membership because you're going to be able to save the full 100% versus 50%. So if a free customer, friends and family, they want to travel and they want to use this destination, they're going to save half that, what you can. So that's $1,068 off of the Expedia price. So guess what? If they use it, that's great because for you, because you're going to get $1,000 in travel credits that are going to be deposited into your account that you can use during that next year, during that coming year. So that's pretty exciting. Here's another example. $5,000 on Expedia for this, how many nights? 6 nights in the Fairmount Grand Del Mar in San Diego, California. San Diego is a very expensive place. We've been there once, drove across country from Syracuse, New York, all the way to San Diego, and then back. It was fun, and we would do it again.
And we'd stay longer now that we have to.
We would stay longer. She's been there twice. I've been there once.
Yeah, so this is a savings of over $3,000, which this is about 2 years of savings just in one hotel stay, plus credits.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. 3 grand. And then if you share it with a friend and family, the free customers, they save half, so that's $1,500 for them, $1,500 for you as a member.
Right. Would you rather
As a
save $3,000 or 1,500?
We need to change
No
the slide
brainer.
because I can't even read that.
No brainer. So if you share this with 10 friends and you have an average of $250 savings, then that's $2,500 in free travel credits. When you refer this to 50 friends, so friends, family, network, coworkers, followers, that's an average. If you average $250 savings, again, that's $12,500 in free travel credits that you can use towards future travel and ultimately travel for free. And if you share it with 100 friends, you can share it with unlimited amount of people times $250 savings on average with this. That's $25,000 in free travel credits for the future.
And that's just savings on the free site that you're passing out to people.
Right.
One other great thing that we offer is we have availability to all 44 major cruise lines anytime. So it's pretty awesome. There's no blackout dates.
And river cruises as well.
So here's one example. If you're going to book through a travel agent for this same cruise, you're going to pay $6,500, almost $6,400. If you want to book through Travorium, the same cruise, you're going to save $1,400, which is amazing. So, and this also includes insurance, and then it also includes onboard credits as well. So it's pretty remarkable what we can do here. We actually went on a cruise on the MSC shore. Where did we sail out of? Orlando, the Orlando area, and we did that. Was it 2 year and a half ago now?
Yeah, we saved almost $600 with that. Again, we had onboard credits. We utilized one of our travel portals the night before. We stayed in Cocoa Beach and we saved 50% off on the room rate. We had breakfast the next day, had a lazy river, a huge pool. It was just fantastic. It was right, literally could walk across and the ocean was right there.
Yeah, it was a
Little path.
yeah, it would have been $3,600 that we had paid if we paid retail going through the cruise line.
And we wrote it all off.
Right, and we wrote it off, and we paid
100%.
just a little over 3 grand. We paid for it, and that includes it. Actually included an extra $50 in onboard credits as well, booking with Travorium. So another platform that we offer is the getaways. So these getaways are pretty outstanding. There's over 2,000 resorts worldwide that we have access to. These are going to be your timeshare locations. So you can book for an entire week along, 7 nights, or you can book for as short as 5 days, 5 nights, or 3 nights. So you have your options there. And so we get access to timeshare locations without having to pay those timeshare fees and those timeshare maintenance fees and actually buying a timeshare. So our family's gone on multiple. We've gone on how many? Probably 3 or 4 getaways.
At least, yeah.
Maybe
These are,
5.
yeah, I
We've
think
been to
these are 1 to 4 bedroom condos as well in the US and all over the world, up to 12
We've
people.
been to Myrtle Beach twice. We went to the Pocono Mountains for a week. We went to Daisy, Virginia for a week in the mountains. Yeah, we've been.
We just booked our 2 getaways in Las Vegas for our Travorium convention coming up here in July.
That's right. We'll be there next month, and just actually no, this month. Are we in July now?
We're in July.
Oh my
Happy
goodness.
July. And that's 8 days and 7 nights, you guys. We just applied our points, which we're going to talk more about this, but our points cost us nothing on a monthly basis. So we're there for $128 for 8 days and 7 nights. We booked another one 4 days and 3 nights. It was $0. We just exchanged our points and then paid the taxes and fees with that. Jeremy mentioned we went to the Pocono Mountains. Pocono Mountains is a very ritzy area for those that know. We were there for 8 days and 7 nights. $98 for the entire week, you guys, not per night, $98 for the entire week. And we had a 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom, fireplace, full kitchen, washer, dryer, gorgeous dining room, huge dining room table. It was just incredible. And I mean, like I mentioned, when you're only paying $98 for the week, we were able to eat out at local restaurants there. Travorium gives us savings and discounts on restaurants as well as businesses in your area or when you're traveling. So we utilize that all the time as well too.
Yes, we were able to find a great coupon in our back office for a prominent steak and seafood restaurant there. So we saved it pretty good money. So I was thankful to have the golden crab golden crab legs. So golden king crab legs. That was phenomenal. First time I've ever had those. So
All right, we went ATV and his family. We also
yep,
utilized
had
our portal.
discounts for that as well. We saved probably 40% off of that, the normal price of that too. So
Yeah, and we went to a water park one day. We utilized our travel portal for that.
mhm.
We've been to Luray Caverns. We've utilized our savings and discounts for Six Flags. It's just amazing, like incredible value.
Yeah, it's so much more than the travel membership. It's a lifestyle membership, truly.
Yeah, and whatever you enjoy doing for fun in life, it can pay you.
Yeah, and like we said, we've got over access to over 2,000 locations globally. Here's just a few. Canary Islands, Spain. You apply your points for 7 nights if you want to stay there. The retail rate's normally $8.99. You're going to stay there for $7, and then you just add on the taxes and fees for that. Tax on $7 is a lot better than paying tax on $8.99. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, beautiful, beautiful area for 7 nights. You get a one bedroom suite. And a lot of these have kitchens in them as well. Most of them do have kitchens, full kitchens, or some of them have like a partial kitchen. But this one here is retail rate's $1,300. You're going to pay $150 with Travorium after you buy down the price with your points that you earn month after month after month as they accrue. Orlando, Florida, the backyard at Disney, 8 days, 7 nights, two-bedroom suite, full kitchen. Normal price is $11.50. You're going to pay $142 in tax. So it's an unbeatable membership.
Yeah, I was actually just in Orlando in February and stayed at a getaway. It was 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, absolutely gorgeous kitchen, washer, dryer. It was $400, you guys, for 8 days and 7 nights. It had like 13 different pools, literally in the backyard of Disney. It was amazing. And then we also have savings and discounts on theme parks as well, Walt Disney World and Disneyland too. So let's talk about our world tour. So this is what truly sets Travorium apart. These are the 4 and 5 star destinations that we told you about. So you're going to be able to apply your points and buy these down to some as little as we've seen Venice, Italy at Christmas time for $1. We have friends that just returned from Dubai, 7 days, 6 nights for $1, you guys.
Mhm.
So again,
That included food too, I believe.
yes,
A lot
and
of
breakfast
these,
every single day for at least 2 people. And Travorium has hired a team of travel experts. So they've curated all these trips. So you don't even have to plan them. And then we do potentially have savings and discounts on flights as well.
yeah, a lot of the international trips are going to include, they'll be all inclusive, which include breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all you can eat, all you can drink. Some include half board, which is usually breakfast and dinner, and some include breakfast only. And there's a few in the United States that they don't offer any extra food because that's just how it is in the US.
Mm-hmm. So here are some examples of world tours that are going on. There's going to be over 150 world tours in 2025. I talked about Venice, Italy being $1 at Christmas time. This one's showing for $259, and that's for at least 2 people, 5 days, 4 nights. Glass factory tour in Murano for 2 people. Water shuttle to and from the airport for 2 people, all for $259 for that entire time when you exchange your points.
Why would they need a water show in Venice, Italy?
Tell us.
You tell me.
Because the streets are covered with water.
They are. So
You
it's
need a
basically
boat.
it's basically a city built on water. They, how the town was formed and how the city was formed is they pounded deck. I don't even know how many years ago, but they pound wooden pilings down into the ground, into the bedrock almost, into the underneath the water, and they build all the houses and all the places on top of these wooden pilings. It's truly remarkable.
I didn't know that. That's neat. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And you see Dubai here for as little as $7. Again, we just had friends that returned. They went for $1. 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included every single day for at least 2 people. Montego Bay, Jamaica, all inclusive. There's many, many all inclusive world tours that you could choose from. And this retail is almost $1,800. And after you apply your points, it's $579 for that entire time.
All
For
you
at
can
least two
eat,
people.
all you can drink. Montego Bay, Jamaica.
How about Las Vegas, right? 5 days, 4 nights. You can maybe see the name of the hotel. $19 for 5 days, 4 nights for 2 people in Las Vegas.
And they've got a great buffet. Las Vegas is a great spot for buffets.
Yes. And then Hawaii. Hawaii has always been a dream of mine ever since I was little. And it was basically just dreams, fairy tales. And now with Travorium, it's dreams to reality. So if you could choose anywhere in the world, where would you love to go? Where have you been dreaming of visiting? Because with Travorium, it's reality here. So Hawaii, 5 days, 4 nights, $499, just applying your points plus the tax. Breakfast included every single day for at least two people. Did you see that 5-star resort in Hawaii? How about New York City? Do you love the big city glam life? This is 5 days, 4 nights, breakfast included every single day for at least two people. Again, $399 for 5 days and 4 nights in New York City. That's amazing. New York City is not cheap.
Not at all.
So, how about Lake Geneva in Evian, France? $199 for 5 days, 4 nights for two people. Look how absolutely gorgeous it is there. We have our eyes on this Florida Keys World Tour resort. It's $299 for 5 days and 4 nights, and that's for two adults and two children.
And the company actually offers about 20 world tours every month, give or take a few. And it's growing as the company's been growing. The company gives us more options and more places that we can travel to. And it's not just October that you can go to these locations. A lot of places are offered multiple times throughout the year, so you can choose when you want to go.
Yeah, how about Bangkok, Thailand? We have Khao Thailand. We have Phuket right here in Bangkok, 5 days, 4 nights, $119. That actually might be a little bit longer than 5 days and 4 nights. But again, you're just applying your points and you're going to Bangkok, Thailand, 5 days, 4 nights for $119. And you're like, well, what if I want to stay longer? Well, we have other platforms that you can access as well for those of you that want to stay gone as long as possible. I don't know about you, but we love to vacation and we want to be gone for as long as possible, right? So here's the JW Marriott in Khao, Thailand. 7 days, 6 nights, $29, you guys, when you apply your points. And that's for at least two people at this gorgeous 5-star resort, beach hotel, deluxe lagoon, pool access, room, pool view, and breakfast included for two people. $29.
Right, and most of these world tours include at least minimum of two people and up to four people a lot of times. So you can bring two adults, two children, or some of them you can upgrade as well. So if you want to bring four adults, four adults total, you can actually just pay a minor fee and you can upgrade to have it four adults.
Right, and if you have a larger family, then you can potentially purchase two rooms as well. So how about the Maldives? How many of you put Maldives in the comments below? So this is the Maldives. It's a private island, a 5-star luxury hotel, and it includes a sunrise water villa with infinity pool. And it also includes a domestic airfare and transport on a speedboat to the island. A full board meal included. So that's breakfast and dinner. Up to two children, 11 years and younger, come free in the room. And you're just paying the domestic transfer and tax. So again, retail, you guys, this is $74.99. We've seen it as much as $10,000. And when you have a platinum membership, you get an instant discount of $2,900. And after you apply your points, you're here for 5 days, 4 nights for $2,800.
Yeah, and that retail rate, I've seen it for over $10,000, $10,000 to $12,000 on other sites in the past too. One great thing that I want to tell you too about Travorium, it is a 100% debt-free company. The company pays for all its inventory a year in advance. So it's a blessing to have that comfort knowing that the company is built to last and it's a legacy company.
Yes, and this also includes a butler. How many of you have dreamt of that when you were little? Like, it'd be so cool to have a butler. Well, you're going to have a butler here in the Maldives on your private island overwater bungalow.
So how it works is this is a little sneak peek to the back office and what we have. So you're going to have, say you've got how many total points? Say you've got like 2,000 points and you only want to use 1,584 of them. Well, we've got a little slider bar where you can apply as many points as you want to every location, every place that you want to stay. The retail rate on this one is what, $1,003. So you apply 1,584 points. That's going to bring your price down to $7 after you apply your points. You're going to get the Travorium discount, plus you're going to apply your points. And
that's in Las Vegas. And you also receive, as a platinum member, a $200 discount as well. So that's what brings it down to $7 when you apply your points.
Yeah, and just for being a Travorium member, you're saving that $204 before you even apply your points versus the other sites.
So let's talk about the memberships. Like, okay, this is fantastic, but how much does it cost? So we have three different memberships that you can choose from. We have the silver membership. It's a one-time $69.95. You receive better than travel agent rates and better than the major online booking sites on hotels, rental cars, cruises, excursions, and so much more. You do not receive travel points, so you do not have access to the Dreamcation platform, which are the getaways and world tours that we just showed you. That's $52.50 a month. Again, there's no commitments and there's no contracts with Travorium, but people love their memberships. And when you're saving more than you're spending, why would you get rid of it, right? And we're going to show you how to get rid of that monthly membership fee. So the titanium membership, it's the middle tiered package. It's a one-time whopping $149.95. You're going to get better than travel agent rates, better than those major online booking sites, your world tours up to 50% off retail, and your getaways up to 50% off retail. So you're going to be able to go on at least one getaway or one world tour a year. Travorium is going to give you 150 points that you can apply to buy these down. It's $75 on a monthly basis. Now, Travorium also gives their titanium and platinum memberships an incentive trip. So this is valued at close to $1,000, some even more than that. In the US, all over the world, you're just basically paying the taxes and the fees.
Yeah, so after 14 days after you come into the business, the company is going to give you a free incentive trip that you can utilize 14 days after you join. So you can book that anytime you want, and there's global destinations all over that as well. And we know some friends that are on here right now who've done their incentive trip. They've paid the upgrade just a little fee, and it was all inclusive for them. Where did they go? Cancun, Mexico, and there's places all over. You can go in the U.S. and in the U.S. and
Okay.
outside of the U.S.
So again, where would you go if you could choose anywhere in the
And
world?
I think they did pay a little bit for it. So I think they paid, what did they pay?
I don't remember.
It wasn't much.
It wasn't much. You're just paying the
It was
taxes
like
and
maybe
fee.
$300 for all inclusive.
Right. So if you
Yeah,
could go anywhere in the world, where would you go if time and money was of no
because they
object
upgraded.
to
Yeah.
you? So again, this is the most popular membership. This is the platinum membership. Again, this is the one that Jeremy came in and that I came in at. It's a one-time $269.95. You never pay that again. Again, you're getting better than travel agent rates. World tours up to 80% off and getaways up to 80% off retail or more. You're going to get at least one getaway and one world tour a year with that. Now, if you decide you come in at a lower level and you want to upgrade, you do have to pay that full amount in the future. So definitely keep that in mind when you're choosing your membership. And then we have the three to profitability. So when you refer three of the same memberships, you're earning as much as you're spending. So again, the customer referral program, you share with at least three of your friends and family that love to travel as much as you do, or that are looking to make additional income, then your membership is covered every single month by your commissions, and therefore your monthly points are costing you nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we talk about how you can make money with this, we want to bring on a special guest tonight.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to stop the share on this, but we want to bring on our nurse friend of ours, Kelly Delbert. She's a traveling nurse, and she has spent her lifetime helping other people. And we just want her to come on here and share what is so great about Travorium that she sees.
Yeah, tell us your story. Why Travorium?
Hey, 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 everybody. I'm still working my job right now, charting. My name is Kelly Delbridge. I'm a registered nurse. In about 10 days, I will have been a nurse for almost 40 years. I was on the fast track. 10 days after I graduated high school, I hopped into nursing school. 3 years later, including working the summer, I mean, not working, going to school in the summer, I had graduated with my nursing degree. 10 days later, I was working in a hospital as a nurse. Um, I cannot say it's just my passion. It is a passion of mine, but I can't say that's the only reason I became a nurse. I am a fifth generation nurse, so there's got to be some genetics involved. Caring and compassion and wanting people to be happy and have fun in life and, just live their best life. I met Sarah, believe it or not, online. I am all about health and wellness, obviously, being a nurse and everything. And her and I made friends online, just chit-chatting and everything. Um, I was looking for some health and wellness products to try to feel my best. And eventually, Sarah introduced me to some health and wellness products, and I fell in love with them and decided to join her in that journey and love the products. And we got to know each other very well. Well, unfortunately, that company is no longer anymore. But before all that was the time that Jeremy had been introduced to this lifestyle company. And in the background, he was talking Sarah into trying to take a look at this and everything. And once Sarah said yes and really got it and knew what it was all about, who does she call? She calls me. Okay. I am very busy with my job, and this is the good thing. Sarah knew who I was and what my days were like and what my passions were. And she did not call me to tell me about this travel membership and that I could travel here and travel there. And to be honest with you, with my busy job, I had not made a whole lot of time to travel. I was lucky to take a 4-day weekend. Part of that was just I love my job. The other part of it, truth be known, travel is expensive. And I just didn't have that type of money to go on a trip that I really wanted to go on. So I just kind of put that on the back burner. But Sarah started telling me about this travel, and I'm like, okay. And she goes, but Kelly, I didn't call you for that. I called you because there is a daily pay option. So it took me a little while to kind of grasp the idea that you could make daily pay just by sharing what you love and what you save on. And lo and behold, I shared with a bunch of friends. A lot of them were my medical friends, a lot of them were not. But anyway, they got excited about it, and the daily pay started coming in. Well, I got excited about the daily pay. Those points were building up, and all of a sudden, I figured out time to go take some wonderful, wonderful trips. Now, do I take a trip every single month? No. Do I save money every single month? Absolutely. There are other things in our back office that you can save money on, everyday things. Oil changes, tires. I have pets. I love pets. I have 3 dogs. I have 2 cats. I have a bird. I have fish tanks. So there are a lot of supplies and things like that. Well, guess what? In the back office, you've got pet supplies. You've got those fun Bark Box discounts. You've got pet insurance. And with the types of dogs I have, they're pretty high maintenance. They're Pomeranians. So they have to have regular vet visits and grooming and special food and all that good stuff. So I get discounts for things like that. Um, the other truth be known is I love the beach. I love warm weather. I love the beach. This time of year is ideal for me. And I am able to, but I was able to as well, take 5-star all-inclusive beach trips. Okay. My first beach trip using this platform was Cancun, 5-star all-inclusive. Didn't have to worry about food, didn't have to worry about activities. I could just chill, whatever I wanted to eat, whatever I wanted to drink. That first trip, I took a friend with me. I spent $299 for 5 days and a 5-star all inclusive. Yeah, that's incredible, right? Um, this past May, I did another beach trip, and I'm kind of tiptoeing through this whole process. So the first year I stayed within the US. My incentive trip was Charleston. I took my mom. That was one southern city that I had never experienced. And I do live in the South. I live in Georgia. So I had a blast with that. And that just cost me taxes. I think it was $142 for 4 days for us. And we had a blast. Um, I have been to San Antonio. That was a blast. Memphis, Orlando. Sarah and I got to hang out in Orlando this past January, and I love to go to someplace warm in the winter because I do not like cold weather. Um, it's just been a blessing. Oh, yes, back in May, went to Punta Cana, took my daughter with me. I love to have one-on-one time with my children and have that connection with them, even though they're adults. So we got to do that. But the real blessing is that daily pay. And also knowing that I have shared this with my friends and they're able to save money and make the daily pay if they want and just have these wonderful experiences. You know, we're only here on this in this world for a certain period of time, and so we might as well enjoy it. Um, Also on the trip back in Punta Cana, um, two of my good friends, Stacy and Dave Meany, they're on this Zoom right now. They happen to go to Punta Cana as well. So we got to hang out with them and go sailing. Dave is a sailor. So he took myself and my daughter out on a sailboat. We parasailed. And so just those experiences are worth it. Um, so I did it for daily pay. And here's the other thing. As nurses, we are in stressful situations or even potential stressful situations. I'm not going to say every single patient is a stressful situation, but there's always that potential. Um, so we need to ground ourselves and get away so that we can be better nurses and healthcare professionals. So I'm very grateful that Jeremy and Sarah shared this with me. I don't know where I would be now had I not met her online and, said yes to this. It's just been a great blessing. If you're a healthcare professional, I encourage you to reach out to the person that invited you to this Zoom. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. And just highly consider this. I have not regretted it since day one. It's always been a blessing. Anyway, thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much for sharing. And what has daily pay done for you?
Who, me?
For you, yes.
For me, for me. So, there's always those little situations in life that you don't prepare for financially. An appliance breaks down or your car. I hit a deer this time last year, $5,000 worth of damage on my vehicle just from a deer running in front of me. Well, I have car insurance, but guess how much the deductible is? It's $1,000. Well, guess what happened? I took out my daily pay card from this wonderful lifestyle membership and didn't have to worry about that deductible. Just little emergencies that you have, I don't worry about them anymore. When you're on vacation, those little extra souvenirs or experiences that you want, it's right there. I had a dog that was sick, had to go to the emergency clinic. What do? Pull out my lifestyle pay card. That daily pay keeps coming in even when we're sleeping. Um, when I travel, my flights, I use that daily pay for flights. And truth be known, if you start thinking about this, I've shared with my friends, I make daily pay. Um, my membership, I don't pay for because that's covered with the daily pay. I don't pay for my flights out of my regular account because the daily pay takes care of that. The price for the world tours, where do you think I get that money? From the daily pay. So this is like having freebies all the time, free flights, free trips, free experiences, free things, emergencies. So that's what I really love about it is it's lowered the stress in my life. It's helped me escape more connections with family, so I can't think of anything out there that's like this at all or even better. There's no way.
Awesome. And what would you say to, especially the medical professionals that are here tonight or catching the replay? What would you say, um, if they're kind of on the fence and they're like, I don't know.
Well, what if this is something that would totally enhance your life? You know, we have no contracts. I would tell them to give it a go and, dig into the back office and see all the savings. We didn't even talk about this, and I know that we get into the back office tomorrow, but one way that if you're worried about that, monthly fee and you think you can get three people, but maybe not immediately, look at it this way. You can go in the back office and save so much money. It's going to be the equivalent or more than what that membership fee is. For instance, we all have cell phones. We all have pretty high cell phone bills, but we have a way where a couple of the major cell phone companies, you can go in the back office, hook up with, have the same cell phone company, the same phone number. You don't have to switch any of that. But we have a way to cut your cell phone bill. And a lot of people are saving 100, 200 or more a month on that. Well, think about that. If you switch over like that, then there's your monthly fee. So it's still paid for. You know what I mean? There have been times where I've had subscriptions, and we all do this. We get excited about buying products, and all of a sudden we've got all these stacked up in our cabinets. Well, now's a good time to decide which subscriptions you really need and which ones you don't. And I guarantee you, you will find that monthly fee. Um, I have done that multiple times. So, anyway, where there's a will, there's a way, and medical professionals need this. They need that little extra income. And I didn't even cover this. You know, I'm not going to be a nurse forever, especially since I've done it for 40 years. The lights at the end of the tunnel to retirement. All of my nurse friends that have already retired, they are not making the exact same as they were as a nurse. They're not making near that. We all need that extra income. We all need that plan B. We all need that, retirement cushion. Even if you have a 401k and all that, it's still usually not enough. So this is that cushion for me. This is that fun way to experience life. So just keep that in mind as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate you immensely, and you're just such a blessing to all that know you. And thank you so much for your service and everything that you do for others.
Well, thank you for sharing, guys, because I don't know where I'd be. Like I said, I would be less happy. I'll tell you that much.
All right. And without further ado, Catherine, are you out there, our friend?
Yes, Sarah, I'm here.
Welcome, welcome. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you all?
We are doing well. Thank you so much. I'm blessed. So, if you don't mind sharing a little bit more about you and how you found Travorium.
Well, thank you, and thank you for allowing me to share. Um, as a nurse, as Kelly and I's story is kind of very similar. Uh, I have been a nurse for 40 years. Actually, it was 40 years last year. So now I'm on 41. Um, but I learned early as in management. It was around 2014. But healthcare can be very stressful. It's not every day, but it's so much and you're responsible for so much. Then when you're in management, it makes it even more stressful. So I've done this job for about 5 years. I was a director of nursing, and I thank God for it. I thank God for the opportunity. I learned a lot. It set my career for me. But I wanted to tell you, when I felt God release me, I left that job like my hair was on fire. And I had, I'm dually aligned anyway. I was raised that way. My father told me to always have a business. So I was doing something else. And I said, well, I'm just not going to even do healthcare anymore. It's just too much. My blood pressure was out the roof. I didn't have time with my kids. And I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. But Sarah, this was 2014. The Lord laid it on my heart to take a vacation. As a director of nursing, I didn't have time to take vacation because I was too responsible for that 180 bed unit. So I took a vacation with my kids. And right there on that beach, I could hear God clearly. And He helped me pivot. So I'm still in healthcare. But one of the things I understand, for me, vacation is medicine. I need it. It's something I need. I'm a better mom. I'm a better person. I'm just better, period. So when that became at risk, right, around COVID, when COVID was ending, and everything had gotten so expensive, because me and my kids, we take a vacation on my dime every year. We go somewhere 7 days because that's good for them too. They get a chance to. I actually saw inhibitions fall from my children on that beach. So I'm like, this is important. We're gonna do this, and so we do it every year. But it became at risk because of the cost. So I went into prayer about it. That's what I do. I asked the Lord. I said, Lord, how am I gonna do this? And it wasn't long after that I called Cynthia right around the time all of this was going on with you all and Jeremy and them joining, getting back in. I called Cynthia. It was September. I called her and I was telling her about the business I was already doing. But I told her about a trip we had went on that cost me astronomical. And she said, girl, you do not have to pay like that to travel. I said, well, if you know something, you need to tell me. She sent me a video, kind of like what you all did tonight. I called her right back. I said, girl, when I get back from Denver, I was in Denver, Colorado. I said, I'm going to get this membership. So, Jeremy, you jumped in that time period. So that Monday I called her. I said, Cynthia, I'm ready to get my membership. She says, well, Kat, if you just share it, though, you won't have to pay the monthly payment. So this is what I like to make sure people understand. Sarah, I was going to pay it anyway. I had already done the math. What I had just paid for a trip for me and my kids, it would have saved me at least $1,500 if I'd had the membership. So I was going to pay it anyway. And I said, you said I won't have to pay it. She said, no, if you share it with at least 3 people. And, as a nurse, I follow directions. I got my membership, hung up the phone, and just started calling people. That was a Monday. By Friday, I had 4 individuals who had signed up. I can say it's a blessing, and I thank God for it. I have never paid the monthly payment. I was going to, but I never have. But what it has done over the course of this time, this thing has paid me several $1,000s, y'all. I ain't talking about no little bit. It has made the difference in my life. It has saved me money, but it has also paid me money. I've been able to help put braces in my granddaughter's mouth. I had to buy another car. That's what helps me pay that monthly payment every month, because every day I wake up to daily pay. Not some days, it don't stop on Thanksgiving, it don't stop on Christmas. Every day I wake up to daily pay. And on the months that I bring in new members, I get an extra $750 a month lifestyle bonus. So you look at, where do they do that, guys? Where do you find a company that will do that for you? We look at companies like this, the 1099s, you think, well, is it a pyramid? Is it this? Is it that? But the main thing you got to think is, we work these jobs for years, because we get accustomed to trading hours for dollars. But this company pays me on the days that I don't say anything to anybody. I still get that daily pay. So yeah, you want to know what it's done for me? It's given me options. I had gotten a promotion and I did the job for about 2 years and everybody thought it was great because I was working from home. But guess what? I hated it in the end. So you know what I did? February, I gave them my 30 days notice.
Mm.
Why can I do that? Because I have options. I have options. I have a business model that's been paying me every day for 2 years that all I have to do is build it and it will replace that income. So yeah, that's what it's done for me. It's been a total blessing. So thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Amen. And you're so very welcome. And that was just so incredibly powerful. And we appreciate you too, and everything that you do for others. And you're a published author. I mean, you're just a natural born entrepreneur. And we're blessed to have you a part of our life and be doing life with you in Travorium. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you, Catherine, so much for sharing.
And thank you also, Kelly.
And Kelly.
Powerful testimonies.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about compensation and what you can do. So you're going to get an option once you choose your the package that you want to come in at, the membership level. 95% of the people come in at the platinum level because that's just offers you the best deals and the best discounts.
We're more than 95%.
Right.
Pretty much everybody comes in
Yeah.
at the platinum level.
But what you're going to do is you're going to add on this $99.95 annual fee as well. Add on to that when you go to checkout. What that's going to do, it's going to give you your own home-based business, and that includes a website, a duplicatable website that the company creates for you that you can pass on to other people and share that with other people, so that they can join and sign up and get the same benefits that you're receiving. It's going to give you a back office where you can keep track of your growing team. It's going to give you the options to travel. It's going to give you coupons and discounts. It's going to provide marketing videos in there for you, and it's going to offer training. There's multiple recorded trainings that are in there by all the top leaders in the company. And ultimately, it's going to give you that turnkey business that you can't really find without opening like maybe a franchise or something like that. Say you wanted to open a McDonald's, what's that going to cost you? That's going to cost you $500,000 at least. And the average McDonald's owner is only making about $70,000 to $80,000 annually in profit. Can you imagine owning a business and making $70,000 to $80,000 in profit when you have all that overhead? That's the thing that we don't have here is that overhead.
And they don't have that time freedom.
Right. And there's no time freedom because you're constantly running back and forth to the store, managing that overhead and the personnel.
And there's no inventory and there's no overhead here, which we're in, no products.
Right. The biggest benefit that we see from a home-based business are the tax benefits, that it opens up a whole new world for us to take benefit from the IRS. So we're thankful and blessed for that. Let's talk a little bit about compensation and how you can make money with the opportunity. So I talked about this a little bit before. Travorium, what they do, third-party booking sites are paying all these advertisers to put their ads out. Travorium's different. They're going to pay us directly for word-of-mouth advertisement, social media advertisement. As many people as we sign up, we benefit from that. Personally sign up the memberships. We benefit from as many memberships that we sign up and our teammates sign up. So we talked about 3 to profitability earlier. That's our first step in the compensation plan to step on. You bring in 3 memberships at the same membership level that you came in at or higher, and you're going to start earning $4.45 every single day in daily pay. That equals up to $137 a month, which is going to therefore pay for your monthly membership fee. So therefore, your membership is costing you nothing. And then you're banking your points, and it's basically like travel on layaway, because your points are storing up month after month after month for you to go on these trips. And in between, while your points are storing up, you can still use the travel site and go on trips as well, utilizing that.
Right. And we had an unfortunate event in 2023 where we were in a really bad car accident. Mm-hmm. And for a while, we haven't been able to travel much. but those points have been accumulating because you're like, well, I don't really travel that much. That's okay. Your points are accumulating when you're ready to travel. So now, we're at a point we're going to be able to travel, and we're looking for more tax advantages and tax write-offs.
Yes, and the exciting thing about this is we talked about the tax advantages. Your membership is a tax write-off as well as your monthly membership fee and your annual
Right.
membership
You're going to
fee.
post your pictures and videos anyway on social media, so you might as well get paid for it.
And your trips are going to be a tax write-off as well. All we're doing is advertising on social media, and we're showing the IRS that we're attempting to make a profit in this business, and that qualifies us. So the next rank that we have, the next stepping stone, is going to be the 1-star director level. That's going to be 8 platinum memberships on your left team, 8 platinum memberships on your right team, and these don't all have to be personally sponsored by you. So you're responsible for bringing in at least 3 people to get to 3 memberships to get to profitability, and then the rest can be taken care of by your team. 1-star director, that's going to pay you $10 every single day in daily pay. It's going to be $300 to $700 a month that you're making, and this is really nice to be able to build up. Kelly was talking about having that Travorium Pay Quicker card. The company is going to give you a card where you're going to be able to withdraw your funds every week, and she talked about being able to pay for so many things with this little card. Just little things, little cares that come up throughout the year. She's got that card,
Right.
and she just saves it up on that.
Yeah. And Catherine mentioned about putting braces on her granddaughter's teeth for
Mhm.
2 years. We did that for our daughter, Travorium and Daily Pay, and that lifestyle pay card paid for that. It has paid for our mortgage. It has paid for our car payment. We actually found our car and we're in our membership portal. We've utilized the Daily Pay for medical bills, for trips. I mean, everything, everything, because this is all we do, and we do it from home. We can do it from anywhere in the world.
Yes, and also in addition to all of these ranks, there's also different bonuses that we haven't really got into and talked about. We've got what's called a fast start bonus and a coding bonus. So those are little bonuses that we can talk about, and you can ask about from your sponsor as well, who invited you here tonight.
Yeah, unlimited income potential here.
Truly is. The next stepping stone is the 2-star director level. That's going to be only 25 platinum memberships left, 25 platinum memberships on your right team. Less than 50 memberships, you're making $25 every single day on daily pay. And this membership's where it gets pretty fun, because the company, once you hit this level, once you qualify for it for 30 days straight, the company is going to give you a championship ring. And neither of us have ours here. I don't know why we don't ever have them, but they're
Both
to
Kelly
show.
and Catherine have earned theirs, and we've been a part of other companies before where you had to have 150,000 total team volume to even earn a ring in that company. We did it, but here in Travorium, like Jeremy mentioned, it's 25 platinum memberships left, 25 platinum memberships right, and that $25 a day doesn't include bonuses either.
Right, that $25 a day equals $750 a month. And then once you get to this level as well, if you sponsor a new membership that month, platinum or titanium membership that month, the company is going to pay you an extra $750 bonus on the 15th of the following month. So that's pretty exciting. You can earn up to $2,000 a month at the 2-star director level. 3-star director level, that's going to pay you $70 every single day for as little. All it takes is 63 memberships left, 63 right, and that's $2,100 monthly income coming in.
And that doesn't have to be your personally enrolled.
$3,000 monthly.
That can come from people that you enroll and the people that they enroll, your entire team.
Yep. Excuse me. The next stepping stone is the 4-star director level. That's going to be 125 memberships left, 125 right. That's going to give you $3,100 a month in just daily pay alone. $100 every single day comes into your back office, and once a week you're able to withdraw that. Every Wednesday we withdraw it. It goes into our Pay Quicker cards on Friday, and we're able to spend it however we want. If we want to keep it on our Pay Quicker card, we can do that, or we can withdraw it to our bank account, and it'll be there the next business day. So it's all up to you. This level you can earn up to $4,000 every single month. An extra $4,000 a month came in really handy for us when we were at this level. The next level where we're at currently, my wife and myself, it's at $140 every single day in daily pay. That's $4,200 minimum every single month that we're going to earn regardless if we don't earn a single bonus, we're earning that daily pay. Um, this you can earn anywhere from $4,200 minimum at this rank, all the way up to $12,000 a month. And this comes with new bonuses. So this is less than 400 memberships that you're going to get on your team. Um, so 188. Our dog needs to go out to go potty. So excuse Sarah for a minute. So this is going to include 188 platinum memberships left and 188 platinum memberships right. And as Sarah mentioned and I mentioned prior, is they don't all have to be sponsored personally by you. This is your whole team. So we're truly working together as a team to help build each other up. This is going to give you $51,000 a year minimum you're going to make at this level. So this is life-changing money. This is quit your job money. And what some other doors that open up for us at this level, there's different bonuses, new bonuses too, that the company gives us. The global bonus pool, I'll talk about that. That is where the company is going to they set aside 3% of all the new income from new memberships every month, and they set it aside in the pool. At the ambassador level, you earn one share of that pool. Every time you rank up beyond ambassador, you get another share of that pool. So right now, I believe we have just over 50 ambassadors, so we're all sharing in that pool, 50 ambassadors and above. The other bonus that we have is the power up bonus, where the company gives us they give us an extra, $1,500 to $2,000 a month just for posting a training video for the rest of the company to use every month. So it's as simple as that, posting a 5 to 10 minute video and earn an extra $1,500 a month for us. The company also put together what's called the Louis Vuitton experience, where they're going to take us on an annual ambassador vacation. For everyone that's an ambassador or above, they will take us on an expense paid all-inclusive trip. This year it was supposed to be to Dubai, but due to the world global climate right now, we're not sure if we're going there. We may end up going to Spain instead, to Barcelona instead this year. But the one thing about the ambassador trip, it's always going to be a place where there's going to be a Louis Vuitton store. So what the company does is they give us each every ambassador a card with thousands of dollars on it, where they shut down the Louis Vuitton store just for our company for that day. And they all line up with white gloves on, hors d'oeuvres, champagne. They're standing outside waiting for us to arrive. And they're welcoming us with a warm towel. We all get our own personal shopper. And I've never experienced Louis Vuitton before. I've never even thought to even shop in there, because it's above anything I would imagine to shop at. I never thought I would have a need for anything like that. But there's some pretty amazing things in there. So we're looking forward to doing that for the first time this November. The first week in November is when we're supposed to be going to Dubai, which it sounds like it's going to be in Barcelona this year, because Dubai's a little, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's right across the sea from Iran. So we don't quite want to go there right now. But the company is also, once you're an ambassador for a year, the company will also give you your own free world tour, where they're going to pay for all your expenses paid. So they're going to give you an additional trip a year after you've been an ambassador, and you're going to get your own world tour that you can go to. So all inclusive, all expenses paid. So that's the ambassador level. The 2-star and ambassadors, as far as I go on the slide, but we have 1-star ambassador, 2-star ambassador, 3-star ambassador. The 1-star ambassador rank, you're going to get paid, I believe it's $225 a day, or right around $220, $225 a day. In daily pay plus bonuses. The next rank is going to be your 2-star ambassador. That's $300 a day in daily pay. The 3-star
plus bonuses.
Plus all the bonuses. And like I said, once you rank up past ambassador, you're going to get another share of that 3% ambassador pool too, every rank above ambassador that you hit. So, and this goes all the way up to $3,200 in daily pay. So that's over $1 million annually. Here's just a breakdown of just
and then once you become ambassador, they give you another business center.
Right. I forgot to mention that. Once you hit the ambassador level, the company's going to give you a brand new business center that you can start building on and earning coding and um, fast start bonuses from, like you're just beginning a brand new business. So it's pretty exciting. And like I said in the very beginning, in 2024, the company grew by over 34,000 new customers. So this company is just, it's doubling in size every 8 months, and we're projected to do $80 million in sales this year, and the company is just exploding. The company would have never thought this, but during COVID, the company doubled in size. Who would have thought that a travel company would double in size when you can't even travel?
Right. It was at daily pay.
Yeah, but I mean, a better life requires a better way. So please get back to who invited you here tonight and ask them how I can get started. Ultimately, I want to ask you right now: is there anything holding you back from getting started right now? Getting started tonight? If there's not, get in contact with that person, and I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you. Um, thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you all on the beaches of the world. Um, and with that, we'll stop the share and stop the recording if I can